Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I'm bringing you a really epic 1 vs 1 in Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD. And as you can see from these fine soldiers here with the T on the coat, I am playing as the Teutonic Order. It was a very, very fun battle. I really enjoyed it. It was very close. And I'm playing against Hamdog CDXX, so go and check out his channel, because he does have a channel that does do some Total War videos as well as Minecraft and some other videos. I think he has some Battlefield 1 up there as well, so really diverse channel, so be sure to go and check him out when you have the time. As you guys can see, I'm still a little bit sick. I've got the voice crack going on, but it's not going to stop me from delivering this awesome battle as best as I can. So let's take a look at the army comps real quick, and then we'll get started with the battle. So you can see we've kind of got a little scenario here as far as I am the aggressor. I think I had a little bit more money than Hamdog did. I had 15,000, I believe, and I'm not sure what he had, but I'm assuming it's probably like 13 or so. So I've got 4 units of these Prussian archers, so they're pretty good. Not the elite of the elite, but not bad. They'll get the job done. Over in the front, I've got a couple units of these Schwarzbrüder, I think is how you say it. So they're kind of like Templar swordsmen. Basic infantry, I think it's like a medium tier. Yeah, medium melee. And then I have 4 units of these Teutonic sergeants. So they're a two-handed heavy unit. They do have some armor, they do have some melee defense, but their armor, as you can see, is quite low. Not a lot of missile blocking chance. And at the back, I've got a couple units of pikes, so they're going to come in handy. And looking over at the other side here, I've got a small deployment force. A lot of the cav is over here. We're going to try to charge across. Really, whoever wins this battle will probably win the game. So I've got all of my cav over here. I've got 3 units of mounted sergeants with silver chevron upgrades. And I've got 2 units of pikes and another Schwarzbrüder. I hope that's how you say it. I hope there's not any Germans on here that think I'm slaughtering the names, but I am not German. And I've got my Grandmaster's guard right here, so you can take a look at him. He just looks awesome. I love this helmet. I was looking at it before the start of the game. It looks really cool with the mace and the shield with the crest and coat of arms on it. Really awesome. So you can see it's a little bit out of my favor. I've got 2690, he has 2730, so we're pretty even in the man count, but for some reason, even with less money, he seems to have more of an advantage. I think it's because I'm supposed to attack. But yeah, you can see that all of his horses are on this flank as well. We pretty much agreed at the beginning of the battle that all horses and 3 units of infantry would be on this flank to fight it out. Meanwhile, I would be required as the aggressor to attack across the crossing there. So he's got, I'm really going to slaughter these names because I have no idea how to pronounce them, but he's got a unit of Langbluesteiter, maybe. And then he's got some Hansaic Lancers, so they're a shock cav. He's got 2, looks like, 3 units of them. Oh, they're not shock, sorry, they're heavy melee cavs, so they're going to get stuck in. And he's got 2 units of Spide Huskarl, so they're probably like a spear Huskarl unit. And he's got his general way back here, hiding in the one tree on the battlefield. Koning of Denmark? Koning? I don't know. I'm not too sure. But I believe this would be him, because he's the only one not holding a lance. But he looks pretty sweet, too. He's got, like, hearts on his shirt there. That's pretty cute. And looking at his main force for holding, so he's got 1 unit of the Hellebarder, which is probably halberdier. And he's got some Landschmeid, so 2 pikes. And he's got a couple more units of the archers, Buchseiter. If there's any People who know better how to pronounce that, please let me know. And then he's... Oh, I could do this one. He's got 3 units of Gotland Merchant Footmen. So these guys look pretty cool. I really like their uniforms. And then he's got some Scuttled Spearmen, so they're going to be quite good at holding. And he's got some Bondier. These guys are really cheap, kind of trashy infantry. So yeah, the battle is about to begin. We're just waiting for the spears to get into position, and then we will be starting the bloodshed. It's a pretty short battle, only 11 minutes, so... Just love these units here. Look real deadly. I don't know, I really like river crossing battles. I know people think that they kind of get really grindy after a while, but to be honest, like, that's one of my favorite parts about Total War. I just love the grind. I love seeing great infantry clashes. I love when, you know, you have to hold both sides, and if you lose on the one side, then you have to redeploy out into the field to keep yourself from getting outflanked. Like, that is a really, really cool aspect. I really hope that Creative Assembly keep river battles in here.
Can you feel it? The ghosts here are troubled. Shut it! You're upsetting the lads!
So we should be starting quite soon. You can see his spears are pretty much in position. I'm just watching both sides to see when the order is given to attack. Should be pretty soon. It's like the calm before the storm. Looking across the river there. You can kind of make out that there are troops there, but you don't know how many. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Starting the push. So I start by pushing all of my Templar swords. I want them to kind of absorb as most of the missile fire because they are shielded. And then I am following up with all of my units of Templar sergeants. These Bondier should not be able to hold a candle to my troops. They are pretty cheap. Ooh, got a good shot off though. Here we go. Nice. So the battle has begun, and at this point I see that I've kind of got a little bit of an opening on either side, so I try to take my Templar or Teutonic sergeants and push them on either flank to try to get around. But yeah, the Bondier, they're starting to go down. See, I'm trying to push my sergeants around. But they kind of just get caught up in melee. See, they're not really getting around at all, which is really annoying. And you can see that they're taking really heavy losses because I'm trying to push them through. So that was a massive mistake on my part. Especially with them not being shielded. You can see that they're already starting to waver, which was not the best option. I should have just left them into melee. But I've got my pikemen now pushing forwards. And if we take a look on the other flank, I am slowly pushing forwards my men as well. But that's going to be a slower battle. I'm really focusing on this side. So yeah, look, all my Templar sergeants, just really, really poor management of them. All of them are wavering. I really shouldn't have been so aggressive with those. But that's okay, because my pikes are in the battle, and my pikes will help to screen my shielded Templar sergeants. Oh, so much blood. Yeah, these Bondier are just getting wiped out. You can see my Templar sergeants They are rallying, and I will throw them back into the battle. Looking on this side, slowly pushing forwards, my men. I'm really not in a hurry to engage on this side until I see that the archers are firing down on my men, and then I do push them forwards as quickly as I can. I just love the epic marching sound. It's just fantastic. Very nice. So rushing over to this side of the battle.
The men are running. Stand and fight.
Yes, you can see all my Templar sergeants. They are pretty wounded. Pretty much all of them down to half health. I'm just charging them back into the battle. My Schwarzbrüder, they're starting to waver as well. A lot of the fire arrows coming down are just destroying their morale. But I've got my archers focusing into the mix as well. And here we go. You can see, I think that the Hamdog made a bit of a mistake here because he pushed his spears kind of onto either flank, and that left a huge opening for my cav to just get through. So I'm going to pin them down with my pikes on either side, and I'm going to keep this Schwarzbrüder in the center to keep the enemy cav from getting around me. See, he tries to right his mistake, but it's too late. They're just going to be out of position at this point. So you can see he wants to charge his cav into that opening, but I've got my Schwarzbrüder there, and he stops because he sees that all my cav is coming over as well. See, he's just opened up this entire flank to me. If he had held those spears in position, I really think he would have done a better job. And look, his spears are already starting to break. All of my cav, they're just pushing right through, and I just catch them all in melee. Just like that. Looking over at the other side real quick, you can see that a lot of his men have broken, but mostly they're just the cheap Bondier. He does have his pikes into the mix, but they are breaking as well because I'm focusing them with my archers. And a lot of my infantry, I will re-engage in a minute, but I am focusing on the other side of the battle. Oh, man. So much archer fire coming in. That's awesome. So yeah, that battle is still going on. You can see I charged the rest of my men into there, but I am really focused on winning on this flank here. You can see that he does have a spear unit that did return from routing, but I charged them with my Grandmaster's Guard and got them out of the battle. And I'm glad that I was able to break that one spear unit so quickly, because my pikemen are just wrecking his Hanseatic Lancers. And this spear unit over here is breaking as well. Just cutting them down. And at this point, I'm going to send one unit of my mounted sergeants to take care of the archers. And Hamdog, he is going to send his general into this fight. Then he decided to change his mind at the last minute, but it was too late. I managed to catch him with my mounted sergeants and keep him into melee. But his general is quite good. But the problem is that he's heavy shock cav. So he's not going to do good in prolonged melee against my cav.
A unit is running from the enemy.
But yeah, I'm doing quite well on that side. You can see that the balance of power is about even now. But all of my infantry is broken on this flank except for my pikes. My pikes are holding on. Hellebarder, they're wavering. He does have one unit of pikes left. He's got his couple units of spears. He's got some Gotland merchant footmen, but they are breaking as well. Nice. So on this flank, I'm doing quite well. You can see that his last Hanseatic Lancer is broken, and I try to get around the general to lock him in with my general. And I'm pushing forwards my pikes as well. I really need this general to die because I am winning on this flank, but I am losing on the other flank. The fighting is intense over here. I did slow down my camera rotational speed and such, guys, so tell me if you enjoy that a little bit better. I find I do want to be able to cover a lot of the battle, but zipping around is, I don't think that's as professional, so just getting some slow kind of rotational shots is more epic, I think. So at this point, Hamdog did realize that he was losing, and he does try to pull out his general, but I did tell him after the battle that that's really a huge mistake. His general does end up dying, and that pretty much seals their fate. And you can see, yeah, all of his other infantry is routing. My pikes were able to hang on, but yeah, whenever you have a unit engaged in melee, never, 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 even if they're going to lose, just leave them into the battle, because pulling them out, it leaves them susceptible to a lot of loss, a lot of casualties. But he was like, he said afterwards that he knew he was losing and he wanted to try to get his general out of there, but maybe having him hold on in that battle a little bit longer, my pikes would have ended up breaking, because you can see this one unit broke. But there we have it. Very close victory. Let's end the replay, take a look at the results here. So my pike's doing insanely well. This one getting 475 kills. That is crazy, and they're not even upgraded. Pike's OP. But on the flip side, my Templar Sergeants, I really, really used them poorly. I should have waited, kept them back, and then charged them in once the pikes were engaged to kind of be supported. But my my Prussian Archer is doing quite well. My Cab doing well. For Hamdog, CDXX, these Huskarls didn't do too well. These Spears did well, though, and his Pike's doing great. That was really awesome to see. His Hellebarder, surprisingly, didn't do that well, and they weren't even outflanked. I wonder why that is, but the rest of his infantry doing pretty average. These Bondier, actually, for an early period unit, that is pretty impressive. So he really utilized them very well. So yeah, thanks very much, Hamdog, for playing. Thanks very much to all of you guys that tuned in to watch. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more 12-12 content in the future, and I will see you in the next one.